Let's go next to our caller from the 650 area code. Who's calling today from 650?
Hi, David. This is Jose.
Hey, Jose, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good.
So I'm an international student from Mexico,
Yep.
and I was just wondering whether you managed to see the new ruling from ICE, the Trump administration, that is just making it pretty hard for international students to get back in the States
Yeah.
unless the universities bend over backwards.
So
I'm
I
wondering
did see it.
what you think of that.
I did see it. I'm against the ruling. If how can it be that it's safe enough to open all elementary and high schools, and yet it is too dangerous to allow a relatively modest number of international students to come in? It strikes me as discriminatory. Like either it's safe to do schools or it's not, is my take. But I heard, and I've not read a lot into this, you maybe know more about this than I do, that if schools say that they've assigned an individual teacher to you for in-person learning, which can just be like a 5-minute check-in per week, that technically then the students would be allowed to come in. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, so we basically have we have to take a certain number of credit hours as in person or like hybrid
Right.
in order for us to be able to take like the rest of our course load online.
Yeah.
It, I mean, it just seems to have a lot of loopholes in it, and to me, it just seems like a strategy to get schools to reopen forcibly because I just, I'm studying computer science, and like, I can't imagine the computer science department at my university operating without international students.
Right.
Like, they're the TAs, they are at like they work student offices. Like, I don't, yeah, it's very draconian. It seems counterproductive.
Well, it seems to me that either way, it will give the Trump administration something that they like. Either they will keep a bunch of foreigners out. That's one possibility, and they would welcome that. Or it would get schools to reopen even when they don't really think it's the right thing to do, which is also what the Trump administration wants. So it's almost like they're going to get something they like out of this.
No, agreed. What do you think is the end game of opening schools? It just seems like a bomb ready to explode. Like you have a bunch of cases in
Right.
individual households. You send all the kids to the same place to all get infected, and then they all go back home to their parents and get them infected.
Yeah, I
So
think
do you
the I
think
think
the end
basically
game?
the hope is the bomb won't go off until after November 3rd. Like I think the calculation is schools won't I believe that no schools open earlier than late August. Here in Massachusetts, it's usually September. I think there's some states that open earlier. I think the calculation is if we get schools open, we get the publicity of schools being open. Parents are able to go back to their jobs, maybe because they're not home watching their kids. So the economy will show some better jobs numbers. And hopefully, it'll all stay relatively under control until November 3rd and it'll get Trump reelected. I don't think it'll work. I mean, if you look at it's right now as we're filming this, it's the early afternoon. We already are at 25,000 new cases today. It's only halfway through the day. Most states don't report until the afternoon. Like it seems like it's not going to work, but I think that's their idea.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. I
It's
think you're
crazy.
right.
It's crazy. All right, my friend. I hope it works out, and I appreciate you letting me know what's going on.
Hey, thank you, David. Pleasure to
Okay.
talk to you.
Take care. Likewise. The pleasure is all on this side of the microphone.